Hello and welcome back to Two Brunettes in Baltimore.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Tarah.
Welcome back for another episode.
We're back, baby! We're back.
We're back.
SZA Day.
SZA concert tonight.
I know, we're so excited. We're all dressed and ready. We're going to head out right after the recording.
Yes. We're like, let's do the pod the same day.
Yeah.
Make it fun.
I know. So tell me about the new job.
So, oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. I started my new job this week, working in OB.
Okay.
Or, half labor and delivery, half postpartum, whatever you want to call it. And it was amazing. Mm-hmm. I had my first shift was on the unit, like before I had like any classes or anything.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, and they didn't expect me to like really, I was so worried. I was like, I gotta study and I have to know everything.
Yeah.
But they were like so nice.
Okay, that's good.
I met my primary preceptor for days who's so nice, so sweet. Mm-hmm.
Is it mostly women working on that floor?
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
I didn't see one male nurse. Definitely some male like providers, but not like a single male nurse. Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. I got to like shadow a nurse for like the first couple hours, who was taking like the observation patients, so not technically patients in labor, but pregnant patients that are coming for other like things that come up, because the whole floor is its own hospital, like pretty much. Oh wow, crazy. It's like they have like triage rooms, it acts as an ED, then they have the PACU,
oh my goodness,
of the OR and like all of that. So I got to like shadow her for a couple hours.
Did you feel like you were just trying to soak it all in? Like?
Yes. And I told them that I was like, I'm just trying to be a sponge and like take everything in, which I feel like I've been doing a good job so far at that. Like, I feel like I've been like really trying to just like take it all in, like listen, ask questions. I've asked so many questions.
Yeah.
They're all so nice in answering them. So, I mean, it was great. And then, like after the first hour or two, they actually put me with another nurse because my primary preceptor was observation nurse that day, and like that's not a role that I'll be doing anytime in the near future. So they had to pull her because more experienced nurses take on like that role, and I guess somebody else called out, so it got like a little messed up. But I was with another nurse who was so great, and basically it was so cool because we got to.
And was she our age?
She's but like close.
Okay.
She I think she said she was like a year younger than Evan, so like she's like 28 or something, which was nice to have somebody like young. And but she had only been on this floor for a year.
Oh wow.
She worked in med-surg before like me, so like it was nice because I got to like, it was the same vibe. Like she understood like where I was coming from, but it was cool because we got to get an induction. So we had one patient all day. It's like crazy because it's like you just have one patient, but it's so busy.
Yeah. Well, are they in labor the whole day? So, because like once you get to the hospital.
Yeah. So it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
This patient was actually being induced, which means we're inducing her labor. We're starting her labor. Yeah. So when you induce someone, it's because they could be like high risk and you don't want to just let them go into labor. You want to induce it. Yeah. Or if they're like really hitting term and they're like after term, they might be induced. But she was being induced because her baby had like a cardiac anomaly, like some sort of abnormality with the baby's heart. So when that happens, when like there's like a risk, they want to induce it themselves. So the patient comes in not in labor. Yeah. So the patient was like, I don't know, like 39 weeks or something. And she also had like diabetes too. So like there were just like multiple reasons for it. But it was so cool because she came in, like we admitted her, and we basically like every like intervention we did that entire day is like what made, like it was crazy because like it was just insane. Like we got to induce her labor, and then all day we're watching her just like get further along, and then we saw the baby being born.
Oh my goodness.
So it was like,
no way. On your first day.
I got to see like, not even just like see the baby being born, but like start to finish. It was insane. So like
That is crazy.
I know. It was amazing. It was a little baby girl.
Aww.
And yeah, so like basically she got there, we admitted her, like she got into a gown, we put in an IV, we got some labs, sent off like a urine sample, basic things when they get there, and then hooked her up to the external fetal monitor and then the monitor for the contractions. And then basically first they start out by, once they want to start, like once the doctors want to start the like inducing her, they check her and see how dilated she is, and she was only like 1 centimeter. Then they do this thing called like a Foley bulb. So they put in a catheter, like you know how, like they put catheters into like bladders, and Foleys have this balloon that's inflated, so it keeps it from like falling out. Basically it's the same thing, but for pregnancy and to like dilate people more, they basically inflate it in their cervix. So if she's like less than 3 centimeters, they do that, which is supposed to be really painful. And like I saw another patient go through that like on my share day and like my shadowing day, and like it was painful. But this patient,
she was fine.
She was like fine. Like this woman was like a champion.
Oh wow.
Like she didn't want an epidural.
Oh my gosh.
She had no pain meds. It was like a natural birth. Like she had no pain meds all day.
Oh my gosh.
It was insane. Like she just like, she was like, I just want to feel it. And I could,
was it her first baby?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which also we were like, that's so like, and the fact that like we got to see it, like usually like you don't get to see the start to the finish. So like the nurse was like, this is such a good patient for you to see, like your first day. And then after that, like that bulb, basically like once it falls out, they check her again, and then she should be like a few more centimeters, which she was.
Oh my god. This is crazy.
Oh, and then while they do that, they insert this drug like into the vagina. Actually, it's called miso or misoprostol, and it helps stimulate contractions. So it does the same thing as like Pitocin, which is another medication that you can get in labor to help like basically stimulate like labor to occur.
Oh my goodness.
And then all day we're just like watching the monitor, changing her to different positions, using these like peanut balls, which are this thing. My mom didn't even know what this was. It's like more like, you know, new. In labor, it's basically these balls that are different sizes in the shape of a peanut.
Oh wow.
And you can like put them in between their legs or like under their legs. And it's like, it was just crazy.
Oh my
like,
goodness. It's probably fascinating seeing this happen.
It was amazing. Like, and we were so busy. It was insane. Like you have one patient, but you're constantly in the room. Like, and like the nurse I was with didn't even chart until like the end of the day. We were there for 14 hours. Like it was, intense. It was amazing. And and then basically,
I'm so happy for you.
It was just like I learned so much that day already, because seeing it like with your own eyes and doing things hands-on, that's how I learned best. So it was like really cool.
It also probably feels good to have a year of nursing under your belt.
So I realized like, and like the nurse was talking to me about this, and she was like, it's so helpful. You don't realize how helpful it's going to be until you're doing things. And like I didn't need like the basic, how do I hang an IV medication, or how do I draw labs? Like that stuff is like easy to me now. So like it was so helpful having that like basis, and like having that confidence of like already being a nurse too, and knowing how to talk to patients and things like that. But it was unbelievable. And then that was like, I think we started the whole process at like 10:15 in the morning is when she first got started, and the whole inducing process started. And then she delivered at like 8:50 something p.m. 8:55, which was like quick actually, because when you're inducing someone, they prepare the patient and they're like, you might be here for a couple days, because the process of like inducing labor just can take a while, especially with a first baby. But like, was it
okay? Wait, was it in the movies like push?
Yes, like literally, like once she started pushing, like so once a contraction starts happening, then you're like, okay, push. And then they count like 1, 2, 3, all the way up until 10. And then they take like a break and they push again. And like,
what? Oh, wait, so there's a method to the push.
Oh, yeah. Like, you have to.
I thought it was just for dramatic effect in the movies. Like, push.
No, like, you have to push when you're having a contraction.
Okay.
And you can see when you're having the contraction, when they're having the contraction on the monitor. And also on like, so like you can see the numbers going up on the monitor, but you can also see the little like like wave, and then their belly gets extremely hard during the contraction. So like it was so cool seeing like the contraction start, and her belly was like your forehead, but then it ends once it's going down, it starts getting like softer, and it was like, so it was just,
what the heck, was her spouse there?
No, so it was kind of a different kind of situation. She didn't have like a spouse or anything. Okay. Yeah.
Did she have any family?
She had a support person with her, and then a doula. Have you heard of those?
I've heard of that, but what is that?
So it's basically somebody that gets certified, and you're basically like a support, like there for the emotional support, like nothing medical, but you're there for like the pushing, like you're there for all of it. And basically they just like help in labor. Like, they're amazing. And when we saw that she had one, we were like, that's so nice, because it helps us too. Like she was helping, holding her leg, getting her to different positions and things.
Oh my gosh.
And we also had her on an insulin drip, because it's crazy, because normal blood sugar is between 70 and 100. And on my old unit, like if the patient's above like 140, we give insulin. But because labor is so like you know, you need to keep things in certain ranges because of the baby and the mom. If the patient's blood sugar is above 90, which is still within normal limit, like it's 70 to 100 is normal. If it's above or if it's 90 or above, so 90 counts, they have to be on an insulin drip. I was what? And the nurse was like, I know, like, and so basically we hung insulin, and then every hour you check their blood sugar on the hour, and then you titrate the insulin drip like up or down. Oh my
gosh.
There's so much that goes into it. Like all day we were in there, like, I mean, we were in there probably like 80 something % of the day. Like,
did you expect
we barely
it to be,
sat down?
Yeah.
Like,
did you expect it to be that detail oriented?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Like I knew so much went into it, but like doing it myself, like with the nurse, like I didn't really like, you know, you don't know until you do it. Like it was crazy, but yeah, like she wasn't on like Pitocin up until like, which is the other medication that helps like stimulate contractions, up until the end, because her contractions were really good, like they were like consistent and everything, but towards the end they started becoming like further and further apart, so they put her on like one of PIT, they call it. But yeah, and other than that, it was just like the insulin, getting her into different positions, like it was crazy. And then you're like constantly like grabbing the doctor. Because basically like nurses, regular like nurses don't do cervical checks. Okay. So that just means checking like how dilated they are, how much, like how low the baby is, things like that. Where they actually like put their fingers in and check. Yeah. So at some hospitals, I think nurses do it, but like at mine, nurses aren't. It's not in our scope of practice. Yeah. So providers do that. So like nurse practitioners or doctors or anything like that, like they can do it, like physician's assistants. So, but what's nice about my hospital is that all the doctors are on the unit. So like if you need something, you just they're right there. Yeah, like,
that's so nice.
Which like on my old unit, some of them were, but not like all of them. So it was like super nice because it was like if you need something, like it's easier to like get anesthesia or get you know, get the doctor. But yeah, that was my whole day. That's little baby girl born at the end of the day. And it's
kind of crazy. You just like up and leave. You're like, okay, delivered a baby. Bye.
I know. It's like, right? I just brought a new life into the world. Okay, see you. I'm going home. I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. And yeah, it was unbelievable. And like seeing the baby, getting to see another baby being born. And this was like my first birth working there. So it was just like super like special. Yeah. And the mom ended up like, we got pretty close with the mom. Like you're with them all day.
Yeah. And you're literally like in it.
Yeah.
Birthing their child.
But she was literally like a champion,
yeah.
this woman. No epidural, like I was like, wow. And like she didn't even look like she was in labor. Like and one of the nurses came in to like ask us something, and like a different nurse, and she was like, she's already 5 centimeters. Like she looks so good.
Oh my god!
Like, I know. We were like,
yeah, that's
crazy.
Insane.
So
that's crazy.
Oh, and like they have to chart on the fetal, like like the monitor and the strips every hour, and then if they're on pitocin, they have to chart on them every 15 minutes.
What?
And like not just charting like one thing. It's like you chart like maybe like 6 or 7 things about the strip of like the contractions, and then like 6 or 7 things about the strip of the fetal heart rate, and like all of that. Like,
so you're like, you only have one patient a day then?
Yeah, like you literally, if your patient's in labor, you have one patient. Yeah. They might give you 2 if you have like one that's like not, but like if you have someone on magnesium, which there's a whole bunch of reasons that a pregnant like and laboring patient might have to be on magnesium, like then you can't have another patient because you have to be in the room to monitor, make sure they don't have any like adverse reactions, like certain things. Yeah. You definitely only can have one for the most part, which it's like you would think like, oh, 1-to-1, like that's different, like because I'm used to having like 4 patients. Oh my god, you're still so busy. Yeah, it's like it's crazy, but
Holy
so I'll be on labor and delivery for 8 weeks, and then postpartum for like, or it's not just postpartum, it's also like antepartum, which is like before birth. Some patients for like 5 weeks, and then for 3 months I'll be on labor and delivery by myself, like right when I get off orientation, because that's where like they want you to kind of get more experience first, because it's like harder, because the other side is more of like a med surgery kind of like floor, like I mean you have the mom and the baby, but it's more like time management, things like that. And that's why they're starting me on L&D, because they were like, you have the basic floor skills already, so we'll start you on this side to get used to it. But and then yesterday,
this is so exciting. I feel like you're just gonna have so many stories coming up.
I feel like I belong there already. Oh, and I got a new badge reel, and it says L&D nurse at your cervix.
That is so funny. I love
cute.
that.
I got a bunch. I got like 3. And then I got my new badge yesterday. So I had like orientation onboarding day yesterday. I got my new badge. They gave me like my own like PCA key, which was like fun for me, because basically it's this key to the PCA machines, which are like what the epidural goes through. But on my old unit, we actually had epidurals for patients that had chest tubes to help with pain. So, but we would never get our own key. I was like, this is fun. They gave me this bag. I'll have to show you. Which I've been wanting this bag because I've seen like everybody has this. Hold on.
How is it like, what's the difference in management? Like on the floor, the nurse manager.
Look how cute.
Wait, that is so cute.
And everybody has
Department
this bag
of Gynecology
and obstetrics, and no, management's great. Like, and the nurse I was with was like talking about how much she loves management because they're just so hands-on, and I think I talked about that on my, like, last time we talked about it with my shadow day. But like even this nurse told me that a couple weeks ago there was a code, like a mom was coding, which like happens very rarely, they said, knock on wood, but like basically this happened like a couple weeks ago, and it was at like 6:30 p.m. like management was already on their way home, like some of the day team was. And one of the doctors or anesthesia or somebody literally started, like, who walks home, started sprinting back to the hospital.
Oh my god.
Management turned around and like management was doing chest compression. Like,
oh wow.
Like they get very involved, and like it was giving me chills when she was telling me, because how much like just the teamwork there is amazing.
That's so good.
And
I'm
like
so happy. I feel like that's so necessary.
Yeah, and like this nurse that I was with also told me that like she had some sort of thing happen with her patient, like I don't know, this was when she was on orientation still, so like months and months ago, but the patient ended up needing to go to the ICU, and management like a day later or something, called her while she like was getting a call at home, and then she realized it was the manager asking like if she was okay and everything.
Oh wow.
Which like it makes a big difference when like management is involved, because it just, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Because a lot of the times, like, nurse managers, like, get a bad rap. Yeah. Like, they really do. But supposedly, like, the ones we have, everybody loves. And, I saw them yesterday, too. And the assistant nurse manager, like, she hugged me and everything. Like, she was so nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and yesterday I got a tour of, like, the whole, like, basically floor. Like, I got to see postpartum, the nursery. Yeah. I got to see NICU.
Oh, my gosh.
And like do a lot of class. So basically it's going to be like a lot of just like learning classes coming up, shifts
That's
on
exciting.
The floor. But yeah, so
I feel like you have so many good things coming up.
I could talk about it for hours, but
I feel like every pod recap you're going to have to get into like something
and then
another thing and something else.
I know.
Yeah, but I'm excited to hear the stories. I feel like you're gonna have good stories in this unit.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was already amazing, and I'm like, I want to get that. I don't know if I talked about this before on the pod or to you, but like I've seen it on TikTok. Like nurses will get like a jar or like a box, and then you can get like, did I tell you about this?
Yeah,
the pink and blue beads.
Yeah,
and then every birth you have, you can put like a pink one or
That's
a blue
cute.
one, and then people do like white for like angel babies.
Aww.
I know.
Yeah. That's a cute idea. I like that.
But anyways,
how
was your week?
Mine was good. I went back to Jersey, and we saw, Robbie and Kate flew in too.
Oh yeah.
We were celebrating Matt's birthday. It was just so good to be together as a family, like full house again, and everything was going on. Something funny happened. My mom and I went for a ride to go pick up Jim and Crepes lunch, and my dad came home. So good. My dad came home early that day from work, and so we were like, oh, we're actually headed out, we're gonna go pick up lunch, like let us know what you want. We go to the parking lot, like at the park behind our house, and I take videos of her. She's driving the car, and
those videos were so cute, good, so funny.
So we send it to the family group chat, and my dad goes, I thought you guys were getting lunch. What happened? Because, I don't know, there's just something about my mom and I's relationship where I will take her to go do the things that my dad may be wary of still. So, like, when she wanted to go up the stairs at home, she went up the stairs with me. And we did the same thing. We sent a picture to my dad, and he was like, you better get her down there safe.
I remember you were, like, going to take her driving this weekend. You were like, my dad's gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah, he was like, as long as she gets back safe. So her goal is to drive to her PT sessions, which is close by, but it's a really windy, tight road to get there.
Okay.
She's like, as long as I'm going slow, I can do it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was really good celebrating Matt and seeing Kate and Robbie. We did have some really yummy family dinners, and I don't know, it's just good to sit all at the table together, like a full table.
Oh my gosh.
Because now it's like half of it's missing.
Yeah.
That's nice. We had got to be with table.
Everyone. Yeah. It's so nice when it makes you really like cherish those moments.
Yeah.
Like
oh
not
my gosh,
take it
so
for
much.
granted and everything.
And then my mom's friend from high school came.
Oh.
So it was my first time like meeting her as an adult. And so they were connected like they were still in high school.
So nice.
They were chatting away. It was so fun to see like that relationships can last that long. And although they haven't seen each other in 6 years, partially because COVID happened and you know, you lose touch and everything, but
was it like it was
no
like time instant, had passed?
Yeah. It was crazy.
Aww.
But otherwise, I don't know, really good weekend. I literally just had so much fun with everybody. I didn't want to leave home.
Fun.
But it was good, and I'm excited because Robbie's coming back for Thanksgiving.
Oh my god.
And this will be our first Thanksgiving in years all together.
Aww.
It'll be so fun.
Wait, that's so nice.
And then they're going to come back up again for New Year's Eve. So,
what?
Yeah,
that's
it'll be really
fun.
good.
So they're not going to be there for Christmas or anything?
I think they'll probably go to her house for Christmas just because Robbie doesn't have a lot of days off.
Okay.
Which I'm starting to feel him on that one with this job that I have, like having not unlimited FTO, but you know, being able to take off those days. Or at my old company, the firm would just shut down.
Right.
So like nobody was working from Christmas to New Year's.
Right.
So I think he'll probably go in and work, and
Okay.
then they'll come for New Year's.
That's
But
fun.
I'm so excited. Like, it was just so good seeing everybody. Like, it was just
family
it kind of
time's
just
the best.
made me reminisce on like old times and being all together with everybody. And all that. So it was good. But yeah, I don't know. It was overall 10 out of 10 weekend.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of holidays, I found out yesterday. So I didn't have my schedule past like mid-November, and you know how like we have to work like one winter, one summer holiday usually. They were like, when you're on orientation, you won't work any holidays, and I end orientation mid-January. So I think I'll have
that is so nice.
I think I'm gonna have every like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's off, which like never happens as a nurse.
Yeah.
I think that's what she said. I'm working Halloween, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'll wear a fun Halloween thing.
Yeah.
But I think I'll be able to be home and like everything for the holidays, which is
that
nice.
is so nice.
Because I worked Christmas last year, and I don't know. It'll be nice.
I feel like that was kind of part of just trying to get back, like to get into nursing and be at a like the whole post-grad thing. I feel like working the holidays is tough.
The
first year.
Yeah.
Because you're not like
also you're
okay,
like still
fine.
Adjusting too. And I was worried because I was like, I'm gonna feel like a new grad, like I'm going into a different specialty, but I really don't think I think I'm gonna be able to handle the stress. I mean, it's gonna be stressful, and I know that it's so much like so much work is actually going to be going into all of this, but I'm excited because I like learning this stuff, and I don't think it's gonna affect me as badly as it did as a new grad, the stress, because that
you
was
kind
just,
of
like,
know.
Yeah, that was like I'm expecting it, like, and I know how to kind of take it all on and everything. But,
Also, I feel like it's good for you because this is a refresher. It's almost like, okay, I'm at a new job, like.
It's
how
fun.
do I maintain it?
I felt like it was like the first day of school.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
that's how I felt when I started my new job. That's so funny. Yeah.
But
I don't know. That's good. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited that you got to see everybody.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
It
was so
nice.
good. Like, just getting to see everyone and hang out. And it was a super chill weekend. It was raining and cold.
Oh yeah,
which was such a bummer. But
it was because I was home. I was home over the weekend, and that's when the storm was happening.
Yeah.
But I went to the beach with Kayla and Celine.
That's
on
so
Friday.
cute.
It was so. Was
that's
Friday?
so nice.
I don't even know. It was like Wednesday last week. I don't even remember, but it was so fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
It's like an announcer.
Here we go. Q&A
time.
Season 2.
Woo! So we picked a few of our favorite questions. I'll just start out with this one because I already talked about it so much. But how's the new job? Amazing. Explain. In the whole beginning of the pod.
Yeah.
Obsessed. Literally feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Wait, so you only had 2 shifts so far?
Yeah, and the one day was just like a class day. Like I wasn't on the floor.
Oh wow.
So it's really, I've only had like 1 shift on the unit, and tomorrow's class, and then next week I have like 3 12s, like 3 regular shifts. So
that's exciting.
Let's see. Okay. This is a good one. What do you see for your future self in 3 years, 5 years, and then 10 years?
That's tough.
That's so tough.
Okay.
So like, I don't know.
Yeah. So 3 years we're 26. 5 years that makes us 28. 10 years we're 33.
Oh my gosh.
I'll start from 10.
Yeah.
I think done with babies. Like, I'm done having all my kids.
Yeah.
And they're starting to grow up. I don't know where I'll be living.
Yeah. I don't know.
Happily married with a nice husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think just like in 10 years, I'll be in that prime of my life of just enjoying.
Yeah.
Like the family you made and like kind of getting involved in the kids' activities, which is crazy to think. Like, imagine listening back to this in 10 years being like, girl, what were you saying?
That's so fun. I would think the same. Like, I want the same things by 10 years. I mean, I might still be like, I wouldn't mind having like kids in my 30s and like so like who knows, but like hopefully husband, family, all that. Also, people say, like, or at least they say on Giggly Squad, because they're in their 30s now.
Giggly Squad.
That your 30s are so much, like, almost not better than your 20s, but really
I think
good.
So.
Because you just don't care what people think. You're just, you know yourself. You're an adult. Like, you've grown into your adult life. Like,
and you're so, like, there's so much of you and your family and your people. Like, there's no outside energy. It's just you and your, what you want.
And you're established, which is, like, nice.
Yeah, that's what, another thing, like, I feel like if I'm still in accounting, like, I should be senior manager, maybe, hopefully. I want to go on a fast track. So, like, hopefully more than that, but we'll see.
Yeah, that would be great. I see it for you. I hopefully by then I'm like thinking about going back to school or I already did or something. So maybe nurse practitioner.
Next is 5. Oh wait, do you have anything else to add to your 10 years?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
I always think about like the nitty gritty stuff though, like once you have a husband, how do you keep up your friend relationship? So like a girls trip every year.
Yes.
And then I was thinking about how my parents are going to Utah and like the house is literally made for the grandkids.
Oh my god. I was like,
okay, how fun would it be to send them to the grandparents' house for like 2 weeks in the summer and I get to go on vacation? Like, come on.
That's perfect.
Life can't get better.
No.
Okay,
all right,
5
years. So I
5
feel
years
like
for 20.
Yeah, 28. I mean, I'm still 27, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Almost 28.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
that
like
feels old, but I think it's coming fast.
No, I think it's coming faster than we think. I feel like by 5 years, that's when I will be like hopefully going back to school.
Yeah.
Hopefully like already like nurse practitioner 10 years. Back to school, thinking about like just like advancing in my career.
Yeah.
Hopefully like finding my soulmate. Getting engaged, like all that stuff. Hopefully like getting married by late 20s. I don't know. Just kind of all that.
Yeah.
Trying to live out the rest of my 20s. Like make sure I do everything that I want to do, all that. Traveling
is a big one,
Yeah. What would you say?
5 years, 28, I think. That is like coming so soon. I feel like I can't plan this for myself.
Because I used to think where we are was like far away.
Well, I used to think I'd already be having babies.
I know.
Well,
what
like in a year.
Thinking?
I don't know. I have no idea. What was I thinking when I was in high school? That's ridiculous.
I mean, my mom got married at 24, so like
that is crazy.
That's what you kind of expect, right? But then it's like crazy.
I don't know. So I think so in 5 years we're 28, 27.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I will be happily married. My mom is going to listen to this and be like, girl, you are just like thinking like you're going to be the happiest girl in the world. Anyway, happily married. Hopefully I've had like my first or second kid, like babies.
We're back, baby.
I think I'd hope like getting into my nonprofit and like really setting that up and getting settled into that at that age. And then traveling.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, all of the above. And I think for 3 years, 3 years is soon.
That's so soon.
I hope I'm engaged.
Oh.
I don't know to who.
I would like to be engaged in 3 years too.
I don't know to
who.
Are
we
manifesting? No, I think I'll be engaged in 3 years.
That seems
with like 3 and 4 years.
I definitely want to like find my person by 3 years from now. Like 3 years from now, I'll be 25, 26.
If all works out.
We'll see. But also like in 3 years, I would hope like we're growing with the pod.
Yeah.
And like, also,
that's so true. That's
like,
coming soon.
Yeah, 3 years is like, that's quick.
My friend called me and he was like, oh, I just wanted to let you know, like, I didn't text you on the day of, but it's been 6 months since your first podcast episode.
What?
So cheers to that.
Cheers
to half a year of the pod.
Happy 6 months to our baby.
Right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like with that, it's been 6 months and we've learned so much, whether it was the software, the camera, the light,
Yeah,
the setup,
definitely.
the microphones, learning how to edit properly, like
learning like how to post and
all of that.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that was the very beginning, and then now, I don't know, my mom gives me a lot of advice, and it's just helped me with my storytelling or how to speak properly.
I also feel like we're really good at bouncing off of each other now and like feeling comfortable talking. Like our first episode was probably we're so stiff. We're like,
yeah, right. And now we're like legs up, whatever. Like we're just having our casual conversations, and I think it's so fun.
It is. Also, just lasting for 3 years, I would hope that I'd be like getting involved in some more like dance, because I've really recently been thinking about it a lot. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to like just never dance. Do it again. Like that, you know? But
I gave up on that one because it's been so long. Yeah. But I do miss it. I feel like it's still close for you.
It is. I definitely want to like try and find some classes, or I even want to get back into ballet. Mm-hmm. So maybe.
Wait, there's a bunch of like adult ballet classes now. It's like a trending.
It is.
I'm like, what's up with these people wanting to do ballet? I just remember that as getting yelled at nonstop. Like,
okay, let's see. Let's see. Well, Evan asked, "Who is your favorite older brother?"
Robbie. Well,
Evan.
That we have easy. One answer.
Okay, let's see. What is a couple or few must-do places or things to do this fall in the Baltimore area?
Okay, I think going to visit one of the farms.
Yes.
There are a bunch you can pick literally from any.
Wait, do you remember? It was last episode. So remember how we were talking about Terhune Farms, and I was like, what is that? Like, literally, first of all, it's like right near Evan and Kayla's house. Second of all, my mom was like, that's where we went for the blueberry picking that you were talking about.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
and then she was texting me like during the whole episode when she was watching it. She was like, quote, I've never had a doorbell, because she thought it was so funny that I brought up. And then you texted me and you were like, I have a doorbell.
Yeah. I literally was like, my dad, I go, so Dad, funny. I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, do we have a doorbell here? He goes, yes, Tara, that's part of code. Like a house is supposed to have a doorbell.
Yeah.
And then interestingly enough, he had a story. He was at one of his customers' houses. He needed to get inspections done. Mm-hmm. And this house didn't have a doorbell. So the inspector came, knocked on the door. Wait, so
you're supposed to have a doorbell?
Yeah.
We don't have one.
I mean, I think you guys are fine. Like, nothing's going to happen. But the inspector came, knocks on the door, and my dad went down to bring something to the basement and come right back up, like literally 2 minutes. And my dad didn't hear the knock, and he writes a note, knocked on the door, no doorbell, nobody came to the door.
What?
So my dad was like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
But anyway, he called him and he turned around, whatever. It was totally fine. But I was just like, that's so funny. The whole doorbell conversation is coming about.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, Terhune Orchards is good.
Yeah.
But anyway, up here, there's a few, and even like, I don't know, 20 minutes outside of the city, there are a couple of them. And then Zoe and I went to a really big one in Virginia.
Oh, nice.
It was huge, though. It was nothing like our small town farm vibe.
Yeah.
There were just so many people. It was a beautiful day, so I think that had something to do with it. But
that's so nice.
I think that's a really great fall activity. And then something Lauren and I are going to do is, and this will be like next week's episode topic anyway. But what am I saying? In Baltimore, they have like ghost bar tours.
That's so fun.
Essentially, you go from like bar to bar, and it's like a ghost tour through, and you get a drink at whatever bar you're at. So I think that'll be really fun.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
I know. And then one more thing. This is happening this weekend. So if you watch on Sunday and you watch early enough, maybe
you can still go.
Run over. But there's the Fells Point Festival in October, and it's fun. They close down like the majority of Fells Point, and it's music.
I had no idea that was this weekend. That
music,
is so
drinks, food. It's fun.
I'm so excited.
And this weekend is supposed to be beautiful, like 80s, low 80s.
Yeah, and sunny and stuff.
Yeah,
that's so fun. Yeah, I feel like you hit it on the. I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like a good list. Mm-hmm. And we'll probably have more adventures hopefully this fall.
Especially because you're not working too many weekends. It helps out.
I know.
It helps out a lot.
Like,
So as long as you
is
stay here and you don't
amazing.
flee the city,
I know.
we'll be good.
Okay, let's see. How is your second half, or how are your 2023 goals coming along?
How's yours?
I feel like they're coming along.
Yeah.
Like some of them. I mean, we did our recent recap of them.
Yeah.
When was that? That was like
A few weeks ago.
yeah,
6
maybe
weeks
like
ago.
a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're coming along
Yeah.
more with them?
I think the biggest one that I really wanted to hit was cooking.
yes.
And I did start a little bit.
Mhm.
Even like, I don't know, the other day when we were making salads for the picnic, Kateri and
Yeah.
I was making this one and I was like, wow, like I learned so much just from being home and cooking with my mom. Like it was a salad, but I didn't need to follow anything. Like I just knew based on taste what to do.
Yeah.
And like making the dressing and things like that. And then I did make penne vodka with like sausages, which is so easy, but like I cooked it.
It's still cooking.
Yeah. And then my mom got me a cookbook that's like a passport cookbook type of thing where this woman traveled around the world and then cooked all of her favorite meals and put it into a cookbook.
That's so nice.
From like all different countries. So I want to
That's
try
so
that once I
cool.
get into cooking.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty good.
Nice. Yeah. I just pulled up my goals because I was trying to like,
Yeah.
you know, remember all of them. I feel like I've definitely been doing well with like self-care,
Yeah.
wellness, like sticking with Pilates. I'm about to do their next challenge that's coming
Oh, that's
up.
good.
Hair health. My hair is
Yeah.
looking better.
A lot better.
Yeah.
And when you have it curly,
It's
the
like
curls
so curly.
look so good.
I know.
Yeah.
And as for like putting myself out there more again, I feel like I am like working on it, like doing things.
I think it's helpful
Yeah.
that you'll be out and about on the weekends.
I think that's the thing because it's like on the weekdays,
What
not
are you gonna
everybody has
do?
off.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really do things with people. And,
yeah.
But yeah, and then keeping in touch with my friends. I've definitely been doing
Yeah.
that better because I got to see all my friends.
Right,
Like
yeah.
Jenna and all of
And
them.
I feel like you've been
and-
FaceTiming a decent amount too, which is good.
Yeah, and yeah. So I
Wait,
think
also, like, this kind of ties into like putting yourself out there. It's tough for you because let's say you have off on a Tuesday, but then you work on a Wednesday. By the time
like
we're us 9 to 5 girls or guys
ready
are
to do
ready to do
something.
something, you're like, wait, hold on, I got to start winding down.
like even with like going on dates, like this has been a problem
Yeah.
with that because it's like if people are like wanting to go out on like a Thursday for a date, yeah, like I can do that, but it has to be early. Like
Yeah.
if I'm going in for a 12-hour shift starting at 7 a.m., I have to go to bed by like 9.
Yeah.
Like not 10 the latest.
And you got to be like winding down. Like you can't be energetic and excited to go do something.
Right. So that's
So,
what's difficult.
yeah.
But I think definitely having weekends off will help with the next few couple months.
Definitely. I think it'll be nice.
Yeah. Let's see. If you had an endless supply of money, how would you spend your life?
Whew.
Endless supply
I
of
always
money.
think about this, like the same type of question of if you won the lottery, what would you do?
Right. I feel like, for one, like, if I had an endless... That's so difficult.
That's
but
insane.
I would definitely use a lot of it to just, like, help people and give to organizations and hospitals and... that's such a hard question.
I think it's tough. I think my answer is always the number one thing is like make sure I have enough money for myself and my family.
Yeah.
Like take care of the people I love.
Right.
Then it comes to because in a world like you need money.
Right.
Like, people who are like money doesn't buy happiness. Like okay, but if you don't have
but
money,
if you don't have money, it
like,
makes things harder.
It makes things really hard and then it makes you upset, depressed, whatever. Arguments, like things like that. So I think it's always just making sure I take care of the people I love.
Yeah.
And then it goes to like what's my impact on the community, like my smaller community and then the greater community.
Yeah.
And then like where can I just dish out money to? One thing I've always wanted to do was just like go to a restaurant or I don't know, somewhere where somebody's working and you can tell they're really just trying to work hard. and kind of just like listen in, get their story, and then give them a huge tip. I just think that I came from a family that my parents made sure we were okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll never know the struggle of what other kids or, you know, young adults or teenagers may be going through of like, oh, well, I literally have to work. Like I have to help pay bills, or I need to pay for my own car, or whatever, like the payment may be, or why they're working. I just think that sometimes I don't realize what they're actually doing.
Right.
And so I think it's tough because like I am so grateful for the life my parents gave me. I'm not like a spoiled brat, although my brothers may say I am compared to them. But I also am just comfortable, and I've never had to be like, am I going to have food on the table?
Yeah.
And so I think I've always just wanted to give back to people who are literally just trying to provide for their family.
I love that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like seeing the direct impact.
Yes. Like,
so sometimes
physically
it's
doing
tough.
something.
Yeah,
like
sometimes it's tough, you know, just like giving money away.
I think also like just being in support of like different organizations that like I'm passionate about. Like I would want to help with like women that are like pregnant and they don't have like any support financially or emotionally.
Right.
Homeless people, children. Like I think helping the homeless is like I hate. And being in Baltimore, there's so many people that are homeless, and it breaks my heart every time I see somebody, and that's literally every day. Yeah, you see a homeless person at least once a day in Baltimore. You do.
There's this one guy that he is on the corner, on my way to work, like before I get on to 83, and he's there with his pup. Like he's got, you know, a man's best friend is his dog, and he gets there, he opens up his duffel bag, and there's not much in there. He just takes a toy out for his dog. And he has on his cardboard sign, it's like, any food for the dog, and I'm like, also, I'm hungry too, something like that. And he's never bothers anyone. Head down, like, he's not looking at you. You know how sometimes you're like, oh, I may feel threatened or something. Like, head down, no bother. Like, I see people give him, like, half-filled water bottles, some literally change, things like that, and then he gets out of the traffic before like the light changes. Like he'll only stay for a little bit, and I just like, I don't know, I just want to give him like a little goodie bag. So I brought home my mom had got dog treats for I was like, oh my god, they're called beef sticks. Dog treats for Robbie and Kate's dog to bring back to them, and so I brought some back to like bring to his dog. Aww. And then I was gonna, because it's getting cold, I was gonna get him a little like zip up hoodie or something.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Then like, I don't know, have like breakfast for him one day. And, like maybe some fruit that could last. But I was like, things like that. Like people aren't deserving of like being hungry or whatever. Like I'm going out to dinner. I can have food here. Like I have so much. Like I might as well give a little. Right. It's like, it's not gonna hurt me. No. Like, I remember there was one day, and this was when at a point that I was not paying for my gas, and I was at the gas station, and I came home, and I was like, Mom, like, there was a woman there trying to pay for her gas in Jersey. She was talking to the gas attendant that she didn't even have $15 to fill her gas up, and my mom goes, well, why the hell didn't you pay for her? And I said, well, I didn't know. I wasn't paying for my own gas anyway. Like, she goes, you next time pay for her gas. Like, that is something so small to us that it's not gonna,
could make such an impact on somebody else. Yeah.
You just overhear it and take care of it. Like, it's okay. Don't be doing it every day to every person. But when you're feeling like somebody's deserving or maybe just needs it, like, you feel free to give. Like, feel free to give what you can give. Don't do anything more. Like, don't put yourself into debt or whatever.
But like, do what if you had an endless supply of money, yes, do that.
Yeah, oh my
do
God.
Whatever you
I'd
can.
be giving random acts of kindness every day. I'd be like,
and then I'd also be traveling the world.
Oh my God,
on the other end of
it. So it's like, I think that's like number one is like, take care of family, take care of the other people, community, whatever. Go have your fun.
Yes. Oh, I would travel.
Oh my gosh, see the world.
I feel like seeing the world and traveling is, because some people want more materialistic things, but in my opinion, I'd much rather like spend money on experience. Like,
oh my God,
and
so
getting
much
to see places and everything.
I just want to learn cultures. I could go on this forever. Cultures
I
and
know.
food and everything.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So let's see what else. What are you most looking forward to coming up?
The concert tonight?
Yeah.
No.
In a short, like a, what's the word? Like, short term
Short.
SZA tonight.
Yeah. In 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes. Also, my parents are coming this weekend to
Oh,
visit.
that's fun.
Longer term, just getting more experience in my new job and feeling comfortable. Hopefully, eventually, within the next year, feeling more comfortable, competent in L&D and
that's
everything.
fun. I don't know. I think short term, obviously, SZA. I'm excited for the holidays and getting to be with everybody. I'm excited to go skiing. I can't wait to get over to the mountains. And then long term, for things coming up? I don't know. I think that's all I'm excited for. Like, all really good things, just set in stone.
I am really excited for the holidays.
I think it'll be fun just to have good family
it's
time.
already almost back.
Yeah, I feel like that was
crazy.
like yesterday. I don't know. I'm excited. It'll be good to have family time.
Yeah,
and we'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm excited for.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
and I love doing Q&As because it's a way to like. People like can actually ask things that they want to hear too. I don't know. I think it's fun. But is this our finale of season 2?
It is.
What?
Thank you guys for coming along and listening to us this long. I know we have some OGers. Although we did reach. This is like so silly. Hopefully one day we can go back to this and be like, wow, you guys were little back then.
Yeah.
But like, we reached 100 followers on Instagram. I think we're at like 85 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh my god.
It's kind of fun. And I love when we post our shorts. Sometimes I'm like, when I post my own like TikToks, I'm like, only 200 views, like, bummer. But then I think about it, like when we post our TikToks for the podcast, if it's like, I don't know, they've been doing like decent.
They've been getting like 1,000 some of them, and I'm like 1,000 people saw us.
That's what
talking.
I'm saying. Like even like 200 people, I'm like 200 people couldn't even fill the room, or it'd be the room is too small for the amount of people that I'm sitting in.
That's
like,
crazy.
Can you imagine 200 people seeing it? Now maybe not all 200 interacted, but they all saw it.
Yeah,
like that's insane to think.
That I like that way of looking at it because it puts it into perspective.
Just
like,
how many people that is.
And our YouTube shorts too. I feel like I'll randomly look and it'll be like 1 point whatever K views, and I'm like, what?
Where did that come from?
I know.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah, I think this was a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, and listen on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts.
And tune in next week for our SZA updates, our fall Fells Point Festival. I think it's just Fells Point Festival.
And our Be More Adventurers of the Ghost Tour.
Yeah.
And be positive and have a great week. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.